It's been a while since I was out and about before 11, or noon, really. I thought I recognized Juliet when she walked into my pub last night, but it didn't click that she was the woman in the photos until she mentioned getting pictures taken. Then I was kicking myself for not realizing who she was sooner. She was dressed, which was the difference, I suppose. But it was the same slightly wild light brown hair, dazzling blue eyes, full mouth. Then she told me about her weekend disasters and I felt bad for her. She's clearly not feeling awesome about her birthday. I guess that's a thing for some women, although I don't get why it's a big deal. Having birthdays is better than the alternative, but I hated the thought of her spending the day sitting around while her sick friends recuperate. Today, I'm not quite so sure this was a good plan. It seemed like a good idea at the time, but I have a tendency to run my mouth without thinking and get myself into trouble. I liked chatting with her last night. She was kind of sassy and fun, and she's definitely beautiful. There are worse things than spending the day with a beautiful woman. But what if I realize she's not as fun as I thought? What if she's annoying or complains a lot or just isn't a nice person? She walks up the street wearing dark jeans and a trench coat belted at her waist. Her hair is down and smoother than it was last night. In full daylight, I get a good look at her. My memory wasn't messing with me. She's beautiful. I guess we'll see if this was a mistake or not. Happy birthday, Sprinkles! I lift the coffee I brought her. I don't know how you take your coffee or if you drink coffee, but I got you a latte. I love coffee. She digs into her purse and pulls out a sugar packet. Prepared, I say. Always, she says brightly. I hold the cup for her while she adds the sugar and replaces the lid. Thank you. So, how are your friends doing? Still sick, she says. They're keeping water down and they both had a few crackers this morning, but they're hating life. Were they upset about you leaving today? I ask. No, she says. A little too enthusiastic about it, actually. If they weren't relegated to the couch, they would have shoved me out the door. I laugh. Okay. Well, what do you want to do? Her expression looks a little stunned. I thought you had a plan. Plan? I ask. Not really. I figure we can just go with the flow. What sounds fun? Her eyes are wide and she swallows hard. Have you had breakfast? I ask. No, not yet, she says. Okay, let's start with breakfast and go from there. She still looks a little stressed, but she nods. What do you like to eat? I ask. Just about anything, she says. As long as the place is clean and no shellfish. Fair enough. I know the perfect place. I take her to Old Town Cafe, which is the best breakfast in town. We order at the counter and take a seat by the window. So, Juliet, I say. So far, I know that today is your birthday, you like 1 sugar in your latte. I think what you said last night about getting out of a relationship means you're single, and you posed for provocative pictures in sheer black lingerie. Her face colors a little and she tosses her napkin at me. Stop it! You said you didn't look at those. I laugh. I didn't, promise, I'm just teasing you. But seriously, tell me something about yourself. Okay, she says. I live in West Seattle, and I own my own business. Yeah? What do you do? I'm an organizational consultant, she says. People hire me to organize their houses or offices. Interesting. What about you? She asks. I know you work at an Irish pub, you drink coffee, and you think 9 is early in the morning. What else? I actually own the pub, I say. You own an Irish pub? Yeah. Why? I don't know, she says, looking me up and down. You don't look very Irish. My name is Finn, I say. Doesn't get much more Irish than that. She laughs. I'm sorry. It was probably insensitive of me. No, just giving you a hard time, I say. My dad was Irish, my mom's Italian. I look a lot like her. I was born in Ireland, though. Really? Yep, I say. We moved to the States when I was 5. You know, come to think of it, I can hear a hint of an accent, she says. Can you? I ask. Some people say that, but most don't notice. What else? What's your last name? O'Connor. That does sound Irish, she says. Mine's Blake. Did you grow up out here? After Ireland, I mean. I did. We moved here when I was 6, and my dad opened the pub. After my parents got divorced, my mom moved about an hour away. I went back and forth, living with each of them a couple of times, before I finally settled with my dad.